Hello.
Good afternoon and welcome to Pinhole Quilting. My name's Liz, my husband Pete is fiddling with the camera and hopefully we've got that working now. So here we go, we're going to start again. So we were talking about how yesterday we had the results of the general election in the UK, which was very exciting of course because we got a change of government. But more importantly, it's just the process took 6 weeks, start to finish, all done and dusted. We got the results pretty much last night. In fact, the exit polls were quite accurate, which they seem to have been. And he's gone to see the King. The King said, would you like to form a new government? He's gone, yes, great. And then he's out the front of number 10 with the previous guy going, great, good luck. And that's it. We're all done and dusted. No complications. In fact, it's the most seamless part of the whole process of government at the moment, but anyway, I won't get political. So we're excited to be back here because Pete and I have been away on a lot of Fridays, so hence we haven't been here. And so we thought we'd just catch up with you because we've got lots to talk about. Festival of Quilts is coming up, which is a big event in our calendar, and we thought it would be worthwhile just reprising some of the things that we're going to be doing. I have no notes, so this is all from memory. And as Pete will attest, my memory is pin sharp. No details are ever forgotten. So he might be correcting me with hand signals. So, first of all, I wanted to talk with you about Carolyn James and her amazing, I hope there's not too much light on this, but can you see this?
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I think that's really good.
Yeah, it's excellent. So this is a class that Carolyn is running. You get this as well. You get the frame and the little seal thing. This is what you'll go away with. Not exactly like that because that's Carolyn's, but you will have your own unique one that you will create on either a stand-up long arm, sit-down long arm, or we've got space for domestic customers as well because we're now doing domestic machines. We want people who've got domestics to come along. So it's paint and stitch. And that's the nice thing about this is it's very free, it's going to be nice and creative, and what I love is when we did this previous one, and we're doing this again, the day after will be the one where we do this kind of thing. Now this is the landscape class, and what we loved, I should share the video actually of Carolyn with everybody where she gets all emotional because it was really amazing, and everybody does theirs differently. We all add our own elements of creativity to these things. And it's really inspiring when you see people go from maybe not having so much confidence at the beginning of the day. These are ones Carolyn's done. But like I say, the ones that people did in the class, it was fantastic. Absolutely fab. Really interesting. So we're basically quilting those, doing surface texture and everything, all in one day.
So there still seems to be a problem with the sound. It sounds as if the microphone on the camera is really what's taking things up. So I'm going to stay quite close. You're going to get close-ups of Liz today.
Oh my goodness.
So that you can hear her.
So I just noticed somebody said they'd stayed up. Was it Karen Vipond?
Yeah.
Said that she stayed up most of the night. So Pete stayed up at the beginning. I went to bed and then woke up at 12, 2, 4 and 6. Listening at each time to various results. So yeah, we're a bit tired today, aren't we, Pete?
Yes.
We are a little bit tired. But it's the kind of thing you don't want to miss, do you? You know, it's sort of pretty big news. So the other thing that's happening, beginning of September, so really exciting to do a whole cloth class with Linda Jackson, who I think I saw Linda's name.
Linda's online, yes.
Hello, Linda. Hi. Linda's doing a whole cloth course. Now, it's not to do one exactly like this, but it actually you will do the 8th of a design, and then that will give you all of the information you need to go away and finish it, but also to design your own in future.
So,
and sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is Linda's
This
work.
is Linda's, yeah.
And it's done, I think, on Radiance fabric.
It is, but Linda dyed it to get her own colour.
So we do sell Radiance fabric. It's online, and we do have some of the fabric that is prepared for dyeing, so you can create your own colour too.
Yes. I don't know whether Linda's got any advice on the prepared for dyeing, but I used it I went on a natural dyeing, D-Y-E-I-N-G, class down in Sussex, and I used the PFD, prepared for dyeing, but actually I think I would have needed to, I needed to wash it first in something that got rid of anything that stopped it grabbing the dye. Even though I used a, I forgot what it's called. Anyway, that's how tired I am. You do need to, actually Linda, if you could say whether you washed this first and what you washed it in, and then you dyed it. Obviously natural dyes might be a little different. And on the wall we've got one of Linda's whole cloths, and we've got a Telen Jeffrey whole cloth that Carol Watson did on her Moxie just over there. And you know what's great, I mean Carol, who did that on her Moxie, she did that with Telen Jeffrey as a as a Zoom workshop, but this will be here in person. And I know from the feedback that we got last time, and in fact Jackie, who was on Linda's class, she was here just last week, and she just said how much she'd learnt on that class. So you know, you learn so many things. You learn about feathers, you learn about how to put it into shapes, creating your design, transferring it onto fabric to scale, etc. So these are all the things that you'll need to know if you want to do whole cloth, or it just takes you to another level regarding your design. Yeah.
So Linda says, no, don't wash it first, as you put stuff in it that can stop the dye.
Yeah.
Just use the right stuff. Silk is different to cotton.
Yeah. I used, so for this natural dyeing, we used a mordant.
Which is a fixer, isn't it?
It actually, mordant means grab in French.
Okay.
So it basically means that the fabric will then grab other things that come onto it. But I did read that you might benefit, this is for natural dyeing, you might benefit from using something else first. I think you just experiment with a small piece first. I mean, it did grab it, and but it was quite pale. That was the only thing. But it was natural dye. I used Bluebell, and it came out a paler shade of this colour, which was amazing. Of that colour, paler shade of that. I don't have it with me. Oh, this is one that I did, and I've shown this a few times before, I know, but this is one I did with Linda and Annalise Littlefair when they ran a whole cloth course. When I was, they did that at the Cotton Patch. So there we go. We're going to be doing that in September, and then also Pro Stitcher and Pro Stitcher Designer classes at the end of October, 30th and 31st of October, for beginners and intermediate for both Pro Stitcher Premium people and Pro Stitcher Light, in person with Linda, and then one day advanced at the end of it as well. So cool. We've got all of those coming up. But the other thing we've got before that is Festival of Quilts. So Festival of Quilts, the 1st to the 4th of August, and we'll have the classroom. Linda's teaching in that, and Carolyn. So this is, people that really know how to inspire and teach you stuff about long arm quilting. Basically, anybody who's interested in getting a long arm, it's a really good opportunity to do that class. 3 hours, and you'll learn about how to load. You'll learn about the feet, depending on which class you choose. Quilting from the back, electromagnetic channel locks. We'll do demo of Pro Stitcher, lots and lots of things.
So those Festival of Quilts classes are aimed at?
They're aimed at people who don't have a machine. So the idea is that this is for people who are new to the idea of long arming, and they don't have either a handy quilter or any other brand. This is people who've never used a long arm before. It's aimed at them because it's an opportunity to get people who've never been to a class before, and they're at Festival of Quilts. But the other thing we've got, which if you've got a long arm, you might be interested in, is how Jo Avery uses her long arm. So Jo Avery, who's a fabulous quilter and fabulous in terms of colour and use of thread, and she does some beautiful work. Check out her Instagram page if you haven't seen it. So that's Jo Avery. Anyway, Jo has a lecture at 10:45 on Thursday morning, and lecture in the big lecture hall, and she'll be showing live how she uses the Moxie to do straight line modern quilting using rulers, but the same techniques in lots of ways can be used on a domestic as well. So that's one. If you've got a handy quilter and you fancy going to see how Jo uses her machine in more detail, then that would be one worth going to. Okay?
So the other courses Liz talked about were definitely for handy quilter owners, and Glenys has said that she can thoroughly recommend Linda's whole cloth course.
Yeah.
It was brilliant, perfect even for beginners as I was.
Yes, I think that's the thing, is that we had a really big variety of people on the class with Linda last time. And as Glenys said, it didn't matter what level you were at. There was something there. Because that's, I mean, without saying how amazing Linda is amazing. She's an incredible, she's an incredible teacher. I've seen her just effortlessly teach a whole bunch of people in different levels, but be able to do that extra bit for some people, and it's really interesting, and it's fun as well. And we always learn so much more when we're having fun. We have a bit of a laugh. And we'll be doing like dinners out in the evenings and stuff like we normally do. I can't guarantee that we have the same level of laughter that we did the year after COVID was relaxed, because I think people had gone stir crazy and there was a certain amount of hysteria associated perhaps with those dinners that we had out. But gosh, we had a laugh, didn't we?
We did. And Georgie says she liked it so much she's doing it again.
Yay! Georgie's coming again. You see? That says everything. It's not just about the quilting. It's the social side too, and the lovely people you meet. We do have, I think we've got the loveliest customers, like Georgie and like Linda. That's what happens. We've got all these lovely long arm customers, and they get together and they have a lovely time. What better finer thing could there be in life?
Yes.
Right.
And like Tess, whose new machine I installed this week down in Gloucestershire.
Yes. Congratulations, Tess, and welcome to Handy Quilter family. And they're all celebrating, of course, over in the States at the moment. No offense to anybody who's American, but yeah, Independence Day, yesterday. Actually, I've got some friends, American friends, and they sent me the pictures of the fireworks wherever they were in the States, and unbelievable, absolutely fantastic. So happy Independence Day. We don't mind if you decided to leave us. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, what else? I'm looking at Pete for inspiration. Only for if I've forgotten anything. I'm sure I have forgotten something. Yeah, so the other thing that we're doing, which we are in the process of working out the payment, the easiest way to do the payment for, is the 2-hour with Susan Manry, which is a Pro Stitcher designer and Pro Stitcher premium class.
This is a remote class?
It's a Zoom class. It's every month for 2 hours. But you'll get homework, and you'll get sort of things that you can do in between. It's been a very successful class for Susan in the States with her regular American customers. So she's based over in the South States, and she will be doing that. She comes with a huge amount of experience. I met her at Handy Quilter in Salt Lake City at the Handy Quilter Academy, and I was sitting next to her in one of the lectures, actually a lecture with Kelly Klein, when Kelly was talking. And really enjoyed being talking with Susan about stuff, and we got to know each other. And I'm delighted that we've got her doing that class. So that'll take you through for a whole year, a year of Pro Stitcher. And I think the benefit to that is, sometimes an intense in-person class doesn't suit your learning style. You need to do bite-sized chunks every month, and you'll build up. So that, I think, will be really good. Plus, I'll make sure that, I'm on hand, or one of the others, Katie or Michelle, is on hand to answer any questions that you might have regarding how we do things in the UK, because it's slightly different sometimes, because we are the local support here in the UK for Pro Stitcher. And, it's things like, where are we at with the sort of Connect version versus the USB version of Pro Stitcher. If you don't have Pro Stitcher, this is going to be irrelevant, of course. But if you are a Pro Stitcher owner, we see quite a lot of feedback on Facebook about Pro Stitcher, and yet we don't seem to have an awful lot of those problems in the UK. And there are lots of reasons for that. But one of them is that if we've got problems in the UK, I tend to deal with them, and they don't ever have to go on Facebook. So that is one aspect of the support that we can provide here.
So if you miss one of those online classes, is it available on Catch Up?
Yeah, so what will happen is Susan will post it on her page, on her website, and you'll be able to watch it on Catch Up at your convenience. So if you're not available, it'll be on a Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday of the month. One will be Pro Stitcher and one will be Pro Stitcher Designer. So a great way to learn designer, because that steady incremental learning is exactly what I think we need. Okay, what else? We're going to have lots of machines, obviously, to test drive at Festival of Quilts, and so we've got to have some new announcements, won't we? So definitely come by, and we'll have something for you to pick up as a handy quilter owner. Well, last year, very successfully, we did little badges that said, "I love my handy quilter," and so when you walked around, you could see other people. I think I need them about, I don't know, 3 foot.
Bigger.
Bigger. We need them bigger.
Not that big.
No, not that big. You don't need to be sort of one of those people who walks around with a hoarding on, but yeah, it's quite nice to be able to see who else has got a handy quilter. So we'll be giving something out like that you can put on you if you wish. If you're Sharon, one of our local customers, she didn't want to do it, but I think she did in the end under duress. Right, what else? What else can we talk to you about? Yeah, we're going to have some new products at Festival, and I'm going to be sending you an email about some of those soon. So it's all exciting times. And anybody who wants to have a look at our domestic machines.
Over there in the background.
Yeah, you see that? We have a wall. We have a wall of domestics. We've got Juki, we've got Janome, and we've got Faf. So Michelle, Katie and I have just been playing on domestic machines recently. Well, mostly Katie. So she's the one who sort of probably spent a bit more time on it than I have. This week I was up in Scotland, and so went up to Scotland on Monday, came back Wednesday, and got a puncture in my tyre en route, which was not ideal. But big shout out to Border Tyres, guys at Berwick, absolutely brilliant. If you're up in that area and you get stuck for a tyre, I can highly recommend them. Dave and Brian, absolutely brilliant. Brian in Dunbar, what a guy. He's a legend. He's an absolute legend. So, yeah, I was quickly on my way again. I say quickly, the 7-hour drive home. That includes a little sleep stop or 2. You have to do it, don't you? Otherwise, it's not good. Right. I think that's it for now, isn't it, Pete? This was just a little catch-up because we knew that we hadn't seen you guys for a while, and we just wanted to stop in and say hi to everybody. So, Pete, could you just, I don't know, read out a few people and we'll say hi to some of these lovely customers. I'm just going to get my coffee.
So, got Karen in Anglesey.
Yes, Karen in Anglesey.
Who I see changed your political persuasion, I think, overnight. Where's my Facebook page gone?
What do you mean? She changed her?
No, the island of Anglesey changed its political persuasion. Right. Yeah. We've got, who else? Val Brooks.
Val Brooks. Hello, Val. Good news about your machine. And the Avanti's going on pre-love, right?
Yes. Yeah. Anybody interested in an Avanti?
Yeah.
Pre-loved from Val, who has upgraded to an Amara.
Yes.
We have her Avanti here. It's just serviced. It's available, including installation within 100 miles. And a Studio 2 frame. That will be posted online soon, but get in touch.
And can I just say, on the subject of the Avanti, when we were servicing it, and Michelle had done some of the servicing, I had a little test stitch. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful machine. And I actually said to Michelle, this is why this is such a good machine. Just look at how it's stitching. And Val's really looked after it. So definitely a good Avanti to get if you are looking for a machine, perhaps in the pre-loved area. Okay.
So we've got Maggie Harris online, I think.
Yep.
Audrey Richardson.
Hello, Audrey.
Georgie, we've mentioned.
Did I see Sue Such?
Sue Such, yes.
Hi, Sue. Gosh, what was I looking at today? Oh, I looked back on an old blog post, Sue, of Laurie Tigner, because I'm going to do a little retrospective on quilting, long arm quilting. You'll see more about it when we get to Festival of Quilts. But on the outside of our classroom, I'm planning to do like a little display about cotton patch and pinhole quilting. And so I thought I'd look at some of the things that we'd done with Laurie, and there were you and the lovely Margaret, and some of our many lovely long arm customers with Laurie. What a great time we had on that class.
So Helen and Jeff, who say they've nearly finished the cloth house.
Fantastic. Gosh, that is exciting. That is so exciting. Well done, Helen and Jeff. Brilliant.
Pat in Wisconsin, who says, I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, hello, Pat. Good to see you. That's so sweet.
And Joan Arnold.
Okay, yes, Joan, yeah.
Julia, you were in Northumberland, speaking to you just now on the phone.
Hi, Julia.
Jackie Millington, hi Jackie.
Hello, Jackie. Doing really well with some of our customers are doing brilliantly on the on Stumpy.
Di Bell.
Oh yes, Di, and I'm going to be in touch about vintage.
And Anne in Canada. Hi Anne.
Hello, Anne.
Right.
Hello to Canada.
Who else we got? Try not to miss.
Yeah.
So Carol Watson.
Yes, Carol will be at Festival of Quilts. We'll be in touch soon. And there's Carol's quilt. Fantastic. Did you want it back? Sorry, did you want it back? Sorry. I kind of think of it as ours now.
Yes.
Okay.
So there we are.
And they're kind of part of the place now, guys. Yeah. All right, brilliant. So
So
listen. Yeah.
Two more things. So
Two more things.
Helen says she'll be in touch for advice on moving the frame. Yeah, happy to provide that. I provide that reasonably regularly to people. I've got a little video that shows people how to approach semi-dismantling their frame for moving it. And Lisa Waters, haven't seen you online before, Lisa. She says she's never had a long arm machine before, but seriously thinking about the Moxie. So, Lisa, you can either come here for a demo by appointment, or you might come to Festival of Quilts, or you can just give us a call.
Absolutely. Come to one of the workshops at Festival if you've got the time. Great. It'd be good to see you. Lovely. Right. Well, we're going to sign off now. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, whatever you're doing. Enjoy. And we'll catch up with you next Friday. I think we're here next Friday. Gosh, 2 in a row. Amazing. All right. Happy quilting, everybody. Bye.